He pushed man on a train track.
The yacht.
The yacht on the train track.
He was having an affair with the yacht, and then she said, "I'm going to take you down." Man just pushed her in front of a train and got on with his day.
I'm done.
Someone messaged. Oh, crikey! Someone messaged us a while ago and was like, we need to pick a name for our fans." I reckon when we get to 10k YouTube subs, that's like cool.
This is the staple.
Let's start naming these hoes.
Okay. What have you got any ideas?
I don't know, like giggle guzzlers.
Giggle guzzlers.
SNG slop and toppers. I don't know. You guys let us know.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. You guys think of fan names for yourselves in the comments or whatever. Send us messages.
And then we'll move from there.
We'll go from there.
I don't want to do something corny like SNG Nation.
Oh, God, no.
Nation ones are so dead.
No. It needs to be something cool.
So, yeah. As always, guys, Patreon where you at. Merch where you at. New designs coming soon. Hope you guys are excited for November. 2 episodes a week. Should be dope. And yeah, I'm ready to boogie, G.
Yeah, man.
You got a funny?
Yeah. Do you know where and or how the middle finger gesture originated?
No, but that's so funny. Because whose story was it on the other day? Was it Jay's? It was a meme. And someone was like, someone must have put their middle finger up and thought, this is offensive.
This is offensive to someone. Yeah. I saw that in a tweet, I think.
But yeah, no, go on.
So I think there are two theories or whatever it's called, two origin stories. The first one is it's like ancient Greek times. So the middle finger represented a dick. Like when you showed it, a middle finger represented the dick, and the two fingers on the other side represented the balls. So it was like a gesture. So it was
from a man to a
man?
Man
to
a woman.
Man to a woman. I think. It was a gesture saying I'm gonna fuck you. But there's a
gang.
I know. There's another theory that I think it was like a French war between France and England. English soldiers used to use bow and arrows, and they were bowmen. So obviously, some people do this and some people do this.
Yes.
So the people that used to do this back in the day, this the same two things they used to use to.
So I'm going to shoot you, cuz.
No. Let me finish.
Oh, sorry. I thought I'm gonna shoot you, cuz.
Obviously, that's what that means. So these are the two fingers that the English bowmen used to use to duppy off the Frenchman, innit?
Yeah.
But if the Englishmen got caught, they will slice off these fingers.
So they couldn't
use the bow and arrow anymore.
Oh.
But when the Englishman duppied the Frenchman and got away with it, they will throw up the sign. Saying. So those are the two theories of the origination of the middle finger.
That's gang.
It's dope, innit?
That's gang.
But yeah, read up on it if you want to read up. Well, Google it rather if you want to read up more about what I just said about the middle finger origination.
That's very cool.
Yeah, man.
Live. Yeah. All right, cool, man. I've got a fan request.
Yeah, always. Let's go.
So, wait there. I actually screenshotted this one to stop me
trying to scroll and stuff.
Scrolling and all this shit.
Wait, ain't gonna scroll for your pictures?
No. I screenshotted it today.
Oh, okay.
Prep and that. So, this y'all thing, bruv. What y'all opinion on the new generation love scene?
Y'all.
Or why they love... this is a good one, actually. So, what's your opinion on the new generation's love scene?
Yeah.
Or why they love toxic relationships? So, yeah, what's your opinion? I'm into... So, what's your opinion on the new generation's love scene?
Love scene.
And why do you think the new generation love a toxic relationship?
When they say new generation, do they mean like younger than us?
Like millennial generation, I'm assuming.
I'm assuming she must be older then.
I guess.
Maybe. And I think the obvious answer is technology. Because I think we've said this on a pod before. Well, I've definitely said this on the pod before. If I'm assuming she's older, so I'm assuming she's like a proper parent, like she's got kids in like teens or 20s. So my assumption is when she was growing up, obviously there was no technology. Without technology, like I think we discussed this. You have to talk to everyone, like within your neighboring 5 miles or whatever.
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Whereas now you've got apps, you've got Instagram, you've got Twitter, you've got Tinder, you've got everything. So you can be branching out and meeting people here, there, and everywhere. And it's easier to pattern a thing if it's just a beat, if it's a potential relationship. And obviously things could get toxic because of social media. A lot of people don't like the fact that guys like women's pictures on Instagram. A lot of people don't like the fact that there's a stereotype between like girls being bought stuff from guys. Like there's so much that's going on right now in this day and age, millennial wise anyway. And that's all social media. In my opinion, that's social media.
Yeah.
I don't think toxicity necessarily is the word. Yes, there are some shitty relationships, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. I might have to double back.
Mine's like a little bit on the toxic side. This thing's not playing ball today. On the toxic side, I reckon it literally boils down to probably because like people are so. Let me put this in context. So, there's a movie going around at the minute on Netflix, The Social Dilemma.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer. I've not seen.
I haven't seen the movie, but I've heard from all different places about it. Right?
The trailer's
And
really
it just
Have you
talks,
seen the trailer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it just talks about obviously like people's obsession with social media and all this stuff, and how it shows you what you want to see and shows you what you will make you angry on purpose. So you keep reading it and all this stuff. So, and it was one of the guys it was actually watching on another podcast, and it was talking about how bad it is for people and all this stuff. And the guy made a point that he was like, agreed, people are addicted to their phones and stuff like that, but like that's not social media's fault that we're addicted to social media. It's our fault that we're addicted to social media.
Yeah.
And the reason we'd allow ourselves or have the ability to be addicted to social media and our phones and shit like that is because we've just got so much more time than we ever had in the past.
Okay.
So like people are just bored.
Yeah.
Like back in the day when there was no supermarket deliveries and you're walking to supermarket, you're having to do your shopping, you're walking all the way home. Like not as many people had cars. Like people were doing a lot more manual labor jobs and all this stuff. Yeah. People didn't have time to be sitting on their phones all day.
True.
We didn't have the technology anyway, but we wouldn't have had the time to do that if we wanted to.
True.
But now I can order everything from my phone if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I don't have to go anywhere I don't need to go. I've been working from home for the last 6 months.
Facts.
Like I don't even need to go to work anymore. I've got so much extra time that I can just sit on my phone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like I don't need to be doing DIY around my yard. Like I am fine. I can just do shit. And anything I want to read, I can just put a podcast on, or I can put an audiobook and I listen to it in the car. I don't ever have to
take much more time out of your day.
Yeah, I've got more time in the day to be spending on social media, so I spend it that. Because in the truth is, when I'm busy, I'm not on social media.
True.
And the way I see it is like with the to bring it back to the toxicity thing, I think it's a case of the new generation again. They're growing up with all this time on their hands.
Yeah,
they have energy to be caring about, like you said, your man liking other girls' pictures and stuff like that. You have energy for that because like back in the day, especially as well, like women weren't working. Yeah. Women weren't working. So they would look to a man to provide everything for them.
Okay.
So if you're looking for a man to provide everything, you're more likely, when he's doing back in the day, now it's liking girls' pictures. Back in the day, would catch a man looking at like a girl's ass or something. Just to look back.
Neck and little rubberneck.
You're more likely to brush that off. You might give him like a slap on the arm and you'll brush it off because there's more important things in your life. It's not worth causing a drama about. These days, especially young generation where they don't need a man for anything. Yeah. Like women get their own money, women do their own shit. And especially if we're talking teenagers, they're not even needing to do that. Yeah. They're chilling in their parents' yard. So they got time. And there's also another thing as well. I just think people growing up now just love drama a little bit more.
Oh, God, yes.
Like I said, they ain't got nothing to worry about. There's nothing concerned. They ain't got bills to pay. There's nothing to be worried about nowadays that you can just relish in drama. Yeah. And like people just love toxic shit.
Speaking of, sorry to cut you off. Speaking of, I remember seeing a video of, it wasn't a podcast, it was like maybe like backchat. Like, remember that backchat thing that was on like YouTube and Twitter? It was
What
like,
was that?
It was like 4 guys and 4 girls.
I think so.
Yeah. I don't know if it was that, but there was something going on Twitter a few years ago, maybe a few months ago, I can't remember.
Yeah.
And they were talking about relationships and toxicity.
Yeah.
And one of the girls said, sometimes you just need to start fake arguments for a bit of drama.
Not with me, you don't.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and obviously the man then were like, what are you on about? But the girls agreed.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, something. I'm like,
No. I don't need drama. That's the thing as well. This is such a glancing overview.
Yeah.
But it's just like, in my experience,
Yeah.
women actually do enjoy a bit of drama. And men just want to be chilled.
That's all I
want to
want.
be chilled
That's
all the time.
I just want to be chilled.
I just want to be chilled all the time. I don't want drama. I don't want us to argue about anything.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
I don't want us to have one argument.
Yeah.
And people actually, like, I've spoken to women where they're like, but do you not think there's something wrong in your relationship if you're not arguing?
I've heard, that's not been asked to me, but I've heard that happen before.
Fam, do you not think there's something wrong if you and your partner are not arguing? Listen to the words that are coming out of your mouth. If me and the woman I love don't beef, then there's something wrong. That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. I can understand maybe an aspect of why they asked that question.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking out of the box here.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe the reason why they think that is because either party is not being 100% truthful. Does that make sense? So either party isn't being 100% themselves, not even being truthful.
So they're just being like agreeable.
Yeah. Just to avoid an argument.
Yeah.
So maybe that could be.
That makes sense. But the thing is, for me, it's just like, sometimes I also feel like that's important. To be agreeable sometimes. It's not necessarily that you're like a doormat.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's bare times where I've had situations where my girlfriend might be annoyed about something, and I make a choice in my head, or I might be annoyed about something, and I may make a choice in my head is like, what do I want more? To beef her about this specific thing, or enjoy the rest of my evening?
Yeah.
And if I want to beef her more than I want to enjoy my evening, then we'll beef.
Yeah.
And if I want to enjoy my evening more than I want to beef,
You let it slide.
let it slide. Or not even just about enjoy my evening, whether hurting her feelings. Like, if I want to bring up her not washing the fucking dishes or whatever, do I want to hurt her feelings, or not hurt her feelings, or just like ruin her mood
Yeah.
more than I want her to have a good evening?
Yeah.
And most of the time I'm just like, cool, I'd rather just enjoy the evening, or let her enjoy the evening.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
And then obviously there's going to be odd occasions where you're like, enough is enough.
Yeah.
Like, let's beef.
Yeah.
Because right now, I want to get this off my chest more than I want you to enjoy your evening.
Yeah.
And then that's when we'll have a bit of drama. But I'm not just going to start beefing over everything because it's healthy to have arguments in your relationship.
Oh, no, I agree with you. Don't worry. I completely agree.
But yeah, I'm not necessarily... I think there's a heap of reasons why people love toxic relationships. But I was actually speaking to someone a few months ago, and there was a girl, and she was telling me about her relationship and stuff like that.
Okay.
And she openly told me, like, she likes toxic shit. She's attracted to toxic shit.
Do I know this girl?
No.
Okay.
She's attracted to toxic shit.
Okay.
And I was like, I mean, okay, but what's wrong with
why?
you? Why?
Do you not like happiness?
Like, that's what leads me to believe in just like, oh, so you're bored is what you're saying. On a day-to-day, you must be bored.
You're bored.
Because if you've got hobbies, you haven't got time to be beefing with your partner.
Yeah.
If you're into origami, cuz, you ain't got time to be beefing with people because you want to do origami.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing that in my head, I just think, oh, anytime someone says stuff like that, I just think, you're bored. You're bored. And same with, like, a lot of people, this is guys and girls, but they're like, they need attention. They need attention. They're just like, I just want some attention. I always see stories like, I just need attention. And they're like, oh, that's all cute and stuff like that. But what I'm hearing is you're bored. Get a hobby. Find some cool shit to do. Because granted, I'll give you attention when I can, but it's just like, it's your life. Cuz.
I hear that.
So yeah, I think that's why people like toxic shit.
I hear that.
I don't know, man.
I
hate toxic shit.
I don't think any right human loves it. It's weird. It's weird. It's very weird. I don't know. To each their own, though. Like, at the end of the day, everyone has free will. and they can do what they want. But
Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm not
toxicity,
judging.
I don't know. It's the next thing.
Yeah, I'm not judging. Just do what the fuck you want to do. I don't give a shit.
It's the next thing. But anyway, I hope that answers her question.
I doubt it does. I doubt it does. Sometimes I feel people that think that we're going to have the answer, and then we just go around in circles for 10 minutes.
We just
and then we forget what the question even was. And then
I
we're
couldn't
like,
even tell you what the question was.
Fam, and then we get so off topic, and then we're like, so yeah. Thanks for the question. But yeah, man.
That's jokes.
Oh, fucking hell.
Sorry, guys.
What else did I have?
Well, you got another fan request? You got another fan request?
No.
Okay,
No. I'm gonna try and stick it to like once a day.
Yeah.
Cool, man. I've got a fun question to ask you and a more serious question to ask you. I'll go with the more serious one. Why not?
Okay. I like serious questions.
It's a kind of fun, but not.
Okay.
What? So obviously you're Nigerian.
Yeah.
In African culture,
Yeah.
what other type of African do Nigerians hate the most?
I wouldn't necessarily say they hate them, but I think there's more of a rivalry.
Are you gonna say Ghana?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. That's the I honestly don't know.
Because when I think of Africa, I always think Nigeria and Ghana.
Ghana.
I always do. And I don't know why. And that's
I don't-
maybe, yeah.
I generally don't have the answer, but I think it's one of them ones where if you grew up a United fan, you're automatically going to hate City.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
It's like a derby thing.
That's weird though, but why is it?
I don't have the answer.
Is that in Africa as well, or is it just in England?
Again, I don't know. Because when I schooled in Nigeria, I didn't even know there was this kind of Nigeria-Ghana little squabble. Or, do you know what I mean? Just fighting for like top spot. I never knew that.
Yeah.
It was only until probably uni when Afrobeat started hitting a bit more, all those kind of things. That's probably when, and like the jollof rice war, who does the best jollof rice? Yeah. It was uni times that made me realize, oh, there's a little battle between who's top and who's not. But when I lived there and when I schooled there, there was not in my eyes anyway. There was no such thing as that.
Wild.
So I don't have the honest answer for that.
Yeah, fair
I actually
enough.
don't know.
I would have said probably Ghana then. If I assumed you were going to say something, I thought it might be that.
Yeah, that's the only one I could think
because
of.
Because like I've spoken to a girl. I think I told this story before. Well, there's a girl. She's from Ghana.
Yeah,
that I used to work with.
Yeah.
And then like when I asked her like, "Oh, are you Nigerian or something?" I think I asked her, "Are you Nigerian?" And she got so offended. And she was like, "No, I'm from Ghana." I was like, "Okay, I can see why you're getting offended."
The funny thing about that is a lot of people think, obviously you know me, so you know I'm not from Ghana, but a lot of people that meet me for the first time that are African, that can distinguish between the two, think I'm Ghanaian.
How do you distinguish between the two?
I don't know. That's the thing I don't know. Like people say I look Ghanaian. How the fuck does a Ghanaian look?
Yeah,
What do they look like me?
yeah.
But I'm not Ghanaian. A lot of people think I'm Ghanaian. I don't know why. I don't.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you guys have similar cultures and shit? Because I asked her, I remember there was a name. I think I told you the story before. There's a name.
Yeah, the name.
And it was a Nigerian name.
Yeah.
And she could, I asked her, do you know how to pronounce it? And she was like, why are you asking me? Like, that's a Nigerian name. I'm not Nigerian. And I was like, cool. So can you pronounce it? And then she was like, yeah, it's this. And I was like, cool.
I want to say the culture, similar. Again, I've never been to Ghana, so I can't really relate.
But can you distinguish between like how she knew that was a Nigerian name?
Yeah, I can. It's the same way you can probably distinguish I don't know, English name to an Irish name.
You
maybe.
can, to be fair. You can distinguish.
Do you know what I mean?
You're right, you can distinguish, yeah.
So it's exactly the same. It's just completely different continent. It's exactly the same thing.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Interesting. Because I was watching, listen to everything I say is from another podcast, for fuck's sake. I need to do more with my time. There's a Chinese, wow, racist. There's a Korean comedian. He's not really Korean.
He just made a mistake.
Yeah, no, true. His name's Bobby Lee. You've seen it, yeah. So he's American.
On Netty. Is he on Netty? There's a. Anyway, continue.
What was you gonna say? Stand-up comedian.
There's a comedian.
Nah, there's a Chinese stand-up comedian called on Netflix at the minute called
the guy that wears the suit. The blue
yeah.
suit.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
I've seen some. I didn't see the whole thing.
Fucking hilarious. I've seen it twice.
Oh, really?
He's really good.
I've only seen a bit.
Really good.
I've only seen a bit.
Ronnie Chang, his name is, or Ronnie Chang, whatever. Ronnie Chang is his name, but anyway, Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
He's Korean.
Okay.
And he says like his dad used to rank Asians.
Okay.
No, he used to rank races So he said his Korean dad used to sit down and rank races.
Okay.
So he would be like the most powerful races in the world.
Yeah,
and he would
yeah.
always be like, Koreans. Then he would be like Koreans, then white people,
Yeah.
then like something like, I don't even know, Vietnamese people.
Yeah.
And it would be second to last would be black people.
Yeah.
And then last would be Chinese people. And then apparently in Korea, they hate Chinese people.
Why?
They just do. I don't know. They think like they've asked, I've seen it on other podcasts where they've asked, like, why do you not hate Chinese people? But if there was to be a rivalry in Asia, who would it be? And they've always said Chinese people, like different Korean people and a Vietnamese girl as well. They are like, oh, out of all the Asians, like if you were to say I dislike this type of Asian, they're like, all of them said, oh, I don't dislike any type of Asian. But if I was to, gun to my head, if I had to say something, it would be Chinese people. They all said it.
Wow.
And I think they said the reasons maybe because they think they're like the best type of Asian.
Okay.
Just how like Jamaicans think they're the best type of
Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So like obviously I don't really know like I don't really know that much Caribbean stuff. So I don't know on the islands if people actually give a fuck who's from Jamaica. People in the Caribbean are too laid back to give a fuck about any of that.
Them man are zooting, chilling, swimming, smashing coconuts.
They're chilling.
They're
They don't
living
give
la
a
vida.
fuck. They don't give a fuck. And if anyone asks, oh, who do you hate most in the islands? They're like, what are you on about?
Big man, I care.
They don't give a single fuck.
I don't care, bro.
So yeah, I don't know if there's that kind of rivalry in the islands, but yeah, that's a definite thing. Is just like they probably have resentments that like if anyone, like I just said, like he's Korean, but I just said automatically said Chinese.
Yeah.
When you think of Asia, you think Chinese. And when you don't know someone, you'd either say they're Asian or you say they're Chinese.
Yeah.
If you were trying to like reference someone to me, you might be like, oh, that girl over there. And I'd either say to you, oh, the Asian girl. Or maybe just by reaction, I'd be like, oh, the Chinese girl. Like I would never say Korean, Vietnamese, Filipino, like none of that. So that maybe that's why they have resentments.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Must
I would
be.
love, please someone comment and tell me. Please someone message me and tell me.
Especially if you're Asian but non-Chinese.
If you're Asian or not Chinese, or even if you are Chinese, if you hate any other type of Asian, tell me. If you're African and you hate any other type of African, tell me. And if you happen to be from the islands, and for some reason you hate Jamaicans, tell me. And if you're Jamaican and you think you're top don, tell me. Although I already think they think they're top don. But that's again, like if someone asked me, they would never ask me, are you from Trinidad? They would say, are you Jamaican?
Yeah.
No one never says, like, that's another thing as well. Like, people will ask, someone will say, you're Asian. Someone will say, you're African. No one will ever say, oh, that Caribbean guy. They'll probably just say Jamaican or black. No one ever says, oh, he's like Caribbean, like whatever. They never say that.
Fair enough.
There's always, if you're calling someone Caribbean, you're calling them Jamaican.
Yeah.
Typically on a day-to-day.
I think also another aspect of like rivalry is because of what that country like produces and gives to the either nation or population of people. For example, the Nigeria-Ghana thing. I think because the first initial rivalry started from Afrobeats, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because Nigerians would obviously always think Nigerian Afrobeats is better than Ghanaian Afrobeats.
Yeah.
Because you listen, not necessarily you, but like people listen to a lot more Nigerian Afrobeats than any other race in Africa, in my opinion. Because that's what you hear out in clubs. That's what you hear on the radio. Do you know what I mean? So that in itself is a status point. Then you speak about the fucking jollof rice.
Okay,
Almost every country makes their own jollof rice in Africa. But it's always down to Nigeria or Ghana as the top two or whatever. But I've eaten both. I don't really, rice is rice, big man. Wedding party jollof rice is the best jollof rice in the world. If you go to like an African party, those are the best jollof. It could be a Nigerian woman that made it. It could have been Ghanaian woman. I don't give a fuck.
Can you taste it and be like, that's a Ghanaian one?
I don't know. The thing is, I don't know.
Fair play.
I just know it tastes nice.
Whether
it's Ghanaian, I don't really give a fuck. It's nice.
Of course,
So I think it depends on the level of what you can produce from your country that then determines the rivalry kind of thing. So I guess China as well. China's a fucking huge country. So that alone, the populace alone, is a massive advantage. And Chinese people are known to be academically incredible.
They are.
Do you know what I mean?
They are.
So, and you can obviously distinguish between a Japanese and a Chinese person. So you never really
You think you can.
Really?
Bro?
I think I
bro,
can. I think
you
I
can't.
Really?
You know how I know you can't?
How?
One time, this is a few years ago. In one of my group chats.
Yeah.
So it was me, Aaron, Damon, I think Miles, and a guy called Josh, right? So we were all chatting. And then Josh said something was Chinese when it was Japanese.
Yeah.
And obviously, all of us, man, are heavy into anime.
Yeah.
So don't disrespect Japanese culture to me. Yeah. So he must have said, oh, such and such Chinese.
Yeah.
And we were like, that's fucking Japanese, bro.
Yeah.
Like, get your shit straight.
Yeah.
And we were just going on and on and on about the massive difference between Japanese and Chinese.
Yeah.
And then so he must have come up and said, you man need to shut up. Like, I guarantee you, if I showed you a Chinese person, a Japanese person, you would never know the difference. And we were like, big man, put money on the table. I'm betting you I fucking know who's who.
Yeah.
And man was like, bet. So he must have posted 5 pictures, right?
Yeah.
5 pictures. I think they were all girls.
Yeah.
5 pictures. And was like, which one's a Japanese, which one's Chinese?
Yeah.
So I was like, easy. Chinese, Japanese, Japanese.
Yeah.
Bang. I put my numbers in.
Easy, not sweating.
Easy. My numbers in. Aaron, Chinese, Japanese. And I was thinking, why is Aaron's a bit off their mind?
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Damon, Japanese, Chinese, Japanese. And I'm like, they're a bit different again. Miles never replies, so I don't think he fucking said anything. Yeah. So we're all there like, chat, whatever. I know the difference.
Yeah.
Man, give us the ... They're all Chinese. Point proven. You don't know the fucking difference, so shut up.
Seckled.
Fam, I've never been so like, I want to delete myself. I wish I would just didn't care about these men so I could have been like, James left the group. That's how I wanted to be. I wanted the next thing after he said that ... They're all Chinese. I wanted to be like, James left the group
chat.
I was never been so embarrassed in my life.
He seckled you.
It's the biggest seckle I've ever had.
Seckled means humbled, by the way.
Yeah. I had 7 slices of humble pie. I knew something was shady from when we all said different things because I thought my shit was obvious.
On the point. Yeah.
I thought it was so blatantly obvious which ones were Chinese and Japanese, and every man said different things.
Do you still have the chat or no?
Oh, I mean, I do, but I'm talking. This was maybe 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, but you still have the media. Well, you don't pull it up now. I just want to see it later.
All right,
don't
cool.
Pull it up
I'll try. But yeah, that's interesting.
Okay, I really want to try that now. I feel like I may be able to. I don't know why.
I was in the same position as you. I'm not saying you can't, but I'm saying 3 of us tried
And 3 of you failed.
And I was 1,000,000% confident.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy.
That's a shame.
I said, they're all Chinese.
He
must have been howling. Fucking howling like, you absolute dickheads. You don't know anything. You watch Tutu cartoon and you think you know about Japanese culture. You dickhead. Embarrassing. Right. So scenario.
Yeah.
So scenario, right? Did you ever used to watch Power Rangers as a kid?
Oh, of course.
Cool.
Mighty Morphin,
Power Rangers, Beast, something.
There was loads of them.
Yeah.
Loads of them.
So, right.
Yeah.
Imagine this, yeah? So imagine you get a DM tomorrow.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got your job, you've got your yard, everything.
Yeah.
You get a DM tomorrow, like, Fuhad, my name's David. I love the show. I love your look. I love your characteristics.
Yeah.
We're doing a revamp.
Characteristics.
We're doing a revamp of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah.
And I want you, as the Black Ranger, name your price. So you have to do 2 seasons
Oh my God.
of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And he needs your social media following. Let's say in this scenario, you got blue tick.
Okay.
He needs your social media following to promote the shit out of it. As you're going to be the new Black Ranger.
Yeah.
And you got to wear the latex.
The whole
The helmet. You got to take the helmet off. You have to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
And you like, even when you're fighting, you know when they used to do the little explosions and then
they dive.
These used to fall over. These men used to do roly polies and fall over, and then they're
jumping over the cameras and stuff, doing flips. Jumping.
You have to do the over the thing every time. You have to do all of that All of it.
I'll run my piece, fam.
How much? 2 seasons, 2 years as a Black Ranger, latex, everything. You see your back, you see the moles on your back through these things.
They pay per ep anyway. I'd probably do it for like $1 million ep.
And they're not going to pay you $1 million ep. Let's get realistic. That's friends' money.
Yeah.
They're not going to pay you $1 million. Man said, I'll probably do it for $1 million ep. They're not going to pay you $1 million ep. Let's get real. This is your current lifestyle.
But I got a blue tick, fam. They need to pay, man.
Yeah, you got a blue tick because of the pod.
All right.
You can get blue tick. Let's say you got a 10K blue tick. You're still a baby. You're not making money.
Okay. I'd probably do it for 50K an ep.
50K an ep.
100K an ep. If they were willing to pay me that,
yeah,
I'd do it.
100. So you do it for 50.
I do it for 50. I do it for 100 as well. If they, again, because obviously, if I said
know
a mil,
you'd do it for 100 if you're going to do it for 50. But yeah, go on.
Obviously, I'm trying to. I don't know where the gradient lies, in it.
Cool. Let's say. Okay. 50. Where he says like, name your price. Let's say he says name your price.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what our budget is.
Yeah.
But if you're over,
yeah,
you're out.
Okay.
But if something that we can afford,
yeah,
you're in.
You're in.
But I'm not going to haggle with you. Name what you think you deserve, and that's it.
I'd say 50 to 100 bags. I don't know. 50. Let's go 50 to be humble.
50 bags an ep. So what? Let's call it 10 eps a season.
I'm sure there's more than that.
Call it 15 eps a season. 30 eps.
That's 300 bags.
300K.
No, that's more.
No, it's like,
I can't even do my maths. What? 50 times what? How many eps?
30 eps over 2 years.
50 times 30, so 150 bags.
150.
No, 1.5 mil. What
I was going to say
1.5 mil.
1.5 mil over 2 years.
Yeah.
750
a year.
A year. Cool. But this is your identity now. You have to post. They said they need that blue tick.
Oh, yeah.
You need to be posting on your story to all your current things. Like, yo, tune in this week, guys.
On my personal.
Your personal.
Oh.
Tune in this week, guys. Catch me fucking up Zordon.
I'm fucking doing it, you know.
You're doing it.
I'm fucking doing it. I'm doing it.
Latex.
I'm doing it.
Latex.
I'm doing it.
Tool just on the side.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. 50 bags an ep, I'm doing it. I don't give a fuck what these guys think about me. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I don't even know why I contemplated in the first place. I'm doing it, bro. Obviously, the first couple... And I'm assuming in this scenario, I can act, I can do all these things. Is my assumption.
Yeah. You do all right.
The only thing that would like deter me would be like when I'm doing like the first few episodes, because obviously I'm not really used to this lifestyle. So probably after like episode 5, 6, it's normal for me now. This is my job.
Yeah,
I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, fair
It's the same
play.
way I was a bit anxious the first time we started this podcast.
True.
And the first time we did a clip. And
True.
the first time people actually saw what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah.
I was anxious for time.
How did you feel the first time you had to put it in your story or whatever?
I don't remember, but I know I felt anxious. I don't fully remember. It was obviously almost a year ago now.
It was over a year ago.
I was anxious.
Oh God, that's funny.
So yeah, I think after the first few, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Fair play.
Honestly, wouldn't give a fuck.
I'm trying to think at what point was I not anxious to put it in my story anymore? My personal story. I don't know. Probably last week. Nah, I don't know. But yeah, I was definitely anxious as well.
There's been a few because obviously you send them to me and then I put them on. There's been a few where I've listened to them and feel like, fuck. Man's go put this on his story. It's a bit touch and go. I think the period one.
Oh,
The period one was touch and go because I got a lot of responses from that.
Did you?
I got a lot of responses.
You got a lot of praise from it.
I was perplexed.
Yeah,
Obviously,
so
I
was
put it
I.
up regardless. But I was thinking, a lot of people are actually either going to pre it and say something to themselves about the situation or just skip.
Yeah.
But I got quite a bit of acknowledgement. I was thinking, okay.
You did.
It's not as bad as I thought.
Fam.
And after that one, I was fine.
I got the opposite.
Yeah.
These men are calling me a
yeah.
child,
Yes, 'cause
immature. And I'm like, I don't want to fuck blood. Yeah. Like, I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone.
I remember the video, and it's because I think I brought up periods or something, and initially, straight off the bat, you were like, ugh.
Yeah.
So I think that was it. That was what threw people off.
There was that reminds me. I remember when I put it on TikTok.
Yeah.
There were wars in the comments. Wars in the comments. Wars. And then a woman goes like, oh, imagine having a boyfriend that's fucking like can't even fuck on period or something like that. And then a guy's riding for me.
Yeah.
One guy's defending me.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck? And she's like, oh, he's gagging at the thought of period. He's like, nah, he's gagging at the thought of fucking a girl on her fucking period.
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
It's two different things. And then they're just going back and forth, back and forth. These hoes were slaying me. He's a child, not a real man, can't even do this and that. And I'm like, I literally felt like I was in a different universe.
Yeah.
I felt like I was in Rick and Morty or something. It's like, am I crazy? I don't want to rub my dick on blood. I don't want to do it. Why am I getting so much heat?
I don't know, man.
It's probably because these guys get horny on their period.
Yeah, they get disgracefully horny. that veg oil horny. Slippery slip. That consistency is the next thing. Veg oil consistency. That's when you know. That's when you know that's the good puss. When it's veg oil consistency, guys. That's a slipper slide. You'll snap your neck if you go down there.
Oh, Jesus Christ,
You'll
that's
snap
funny.
your neck if you go down
Jesus
there.
Christ, that's funny, boy. Oh, my God.
You know, completely off topic. You know, shit like no win, no fee claims and stuff.
No win, no fee.
Yeah, like when you like have an accident at work or whatever. How brave must you be to go back to work afterwards?
I've never thought about them man going back to work. I just assume they take the money and run.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. After you sued them.
After you sued them, won the P, and you just, because you're not going to leave, let's be honest.
You need the work.
You need the work.
You're going to get like 10K out of it. 15K.
But you still need
like,
the work.
Yeah, you're not quitting your job.
And then you go back to work. You must have balls.
You've got stones.
You've got balls.
Stones.
Cojones, bro.
I couldn't look my boss in the face.
I feel like the only person that could probably do that with confidence is Donald Trump.
What, he can slip and fall at the White House?
No. Not him in his current job. Him as a human being.
Oh, because he just doesn't give a single
just
fuck.
Doesn't give a fuck.
Donald Trump. I was listening to something the other day and someone was slewing Donald Trump. And they were like, tell a lie though. Like, do you not think he would be so live to just go to a strip club with? He'll be if you remember, and I thought about it. I was like, if me and Donald Trump went out as boys, just on a night out, like no holds barred, would have the sickest night.
He would do anything and get away with everything.
He would. He's the type that will snort coke off a girl's asshole.
Oh, facts.
He will live it up on a night
Facts.
out. Donald Trump will do the ting. In a strippy, he's going all out.
Couldn't imagine.
Me and Donald Trump will have a night. Me and Donald Trump will have a night of our lives.
He's got balls, bro. He's got the biggest ball. Like, he's such a. Have you seen him like tweet? You're not really active on Twitter. You're not really active on Twitter. So I'm more active on Twitter. And he just tweets the most outrageous stuff.
Fam,
he's a Twitter warrior.
I don't ever get offended by him anymore because I know he's out of his mind.
Yeah,
but
he's out of his mind.
I can't get angry at someone who's
a
clearly
maniac.
insane.
Yeah,
he's a maniac. I haven't got energy. When all the looting and stuff was happening in America, a man said, "When the looting starts, the shooting starts."
You're a maniac. This is your president of the country.
My man looks at himself and he must just think like, you don't hear nothing. He just like, the man's looking at him like, right, cool. When the looting starts, the shooting starts. Closes his Mac and just spins his chair. Just spins in his chair.
The Oval Office.
Fam, his toupee's waving. And he's like, fuck, I'm sick. Fuck, I'm sick. He must get head off the bat straight from then. I'm fucking sick. When the looting starts, big man, the shooting starts.
Come in a little bit.
Cool. Fam, Donald Trump is the funniest kid.
He's literally a child. And it baffles me because obviously during Obama's tenure, he was saying how he would do a better job than him and blah, 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 blah. I'm thinking your country right now is literally in ruins.
Yeah.
Literally in ruins.
I hear you. Apparently though, I don't know how true this is, hearing from like American people, not even people that are like pro-Trump and stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently pre-COVID, the economy was in better shape with Trump as the president than it was with Obama.
Okay.
Purely because he only cares about business. So economy as in how businesses are going. So he just feeds business people. Like anything business people want, he gets them. So that's why the economy was in a good stead. But in terms of like humanity, he's not human, fam.
He doesn't care.
He's not human.
Doesn't care.
He's got hoes.
He must have.
Him and Epstein
They were close. They were close.
Him and Epstein were close.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Pimpess.
Wow. She was, when she got locked, man said, I wish her well or something like that. He slipped up. They said like, oh, what do you have to say about like Ghislaine getting arrested and stuff? And man said, I wish her the best, or I hope she's well, or some shit like that. And they were like, are you sure? She's a paedophile. She grooms children for her husband or her boyfriend to fuck. And he's like, yeah, I wish that bitch well. Him and Ghislaine go back.
They go back.
She used to pattern utes for him all the time. On Fuck Island or whatever.
Pattern utes for him.
Ghislaine was patterning little girls for Trump from early.
And fucking Prince Andrew.
Prince Andrew is... I was going to say he's a G. He's not a G. But he's just...
How has he gotten away with everything? Like, no one's talking about it.
I swear he denied being in a photo or something.
Yeah, he denied the photo. And when they showed the photo, he said he doesn't remember it. He said he just doesn't remember it.
That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. Fam, these man like Trump and the royal family, they don't see danger the way we see danger.
Yeah.
There's man, if I got patterned in that, if I got caught in that kind of lie, like I will shiver. Man didn't even have to agree to do the interview. They must have said, we want to interview about this Epstein thing. Knowing he's involved, man still said, all right, calm. Cool. And then they said, like, Wagwan, like you on Sex Island, you're boys with Epstein. Man's like, I'm not boys with him. I don't know him. He's like, this is a photo of you and him. Pally. And he was like...
With a young thing.
With a you. Like, Wagwan, this is you. And man's like, I don't remember that. He's like, so were you boys with him or not? No, I don't know him. Explain the photo.
I don't remember
that photo.
Like, you can't...
You're implicated, son. You're in it. Man's like, I'm a prince. I'm not in anything.
Do you know what's mad? Obviously, you know how the Daily Mail hate Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
Oh, yeah.
So someone, I think Daily Mail or whatever, one of them shitty newspapers, tweeted something to do with the size of their yard. Like saying it's a piss take, how they've got 3 bathrooms or 2. Something stupid, something very, very, very unimportant.
Someone said it's a piss take that Prince Harry and his missus have a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom.
It was something stupid like that. Daily Mail tweeted that.
Okay.
It was something stupid like that.
Yeah.
And then someone quote tweeted, how can you be talking about this when Prince Andrew is fucking children? Do you know what I mean? Like this, I don't know. The world we live in, some people just get away with shit,
Prince
and some people
Andrew
don't.
rolls around in a top hat, not giving a fuck. He's like Willy Wonka. Prince Andrew's Willy Wonka. He just twiddles his cane with his top hat and lives in La La Land.
Bro.
He just fucks kids and just rolls. He doesn't care.
It's crazy, man.
Bro, these men live in a bubble.
In a parallel universe.
In a bubble.
A parallel universe.
It doesn't make sense.
Oh,
I need to know how this Epstein thing unfolds.
I know, but obviously he's dead and Ghislaine's still in jail.
Yeah, some people think Ghislaine's gonna fucking
rat
on Trump and stuff. It's never gonna happen.
She will die.
Apparently, there's a piss video of Trump as well, isn't it?
I don't know about
Apparently,
that.
there's a video where he's pissing on someone.
No,
and people are just waiting for it to drop pre-election.
Do you know the funny thing? I feel like he might still get re-elected in November. You know,
fam. That's because their boy Biden has dementia. Do you know this?
No, I don't.
He doesn't know where he is half the time. Biden doesn't know where he is half the time. He does like interviews and like these meetup speeches and stuff like that all the time. And he'll just start speaking and just not know where he is. And just be like, cool. Apparently he's had like 3 brain surgeries or 2 brain surgeries.
Jesus.
And like he's just not a stable person.
Oh wow.
And like so people think Trump might get
next competitor. That's his closest competitor.
The way they pattern it in America doesn't make sense. They've got 2 options. Even Trump, who's a paedophile maniac, who just tweets what he wants when he wants, and then gets a blowjob. And then you've got Biden, who's lost his mind. He's in his 70s, I'm sure. Trump is in his 70s as well.
Yeah, Trump's
like, how have they got the most powerful country in the world is a toss-up between two demented madmen who are old as fuck. And it's like one of them doesn't know what's going on, and the other one definitely doesn't know what's going on.
Do you know what I was just thinking about that? Sorry to cut you off. Do you know what I was just thinking about then? Imagine being Trump's wife. Like, she knows him and known of him for years and years and years and years. Like, they've been married, they've got kids together and everything. But she doesn't get implicated in anything, obviously, because she's the first lady, and that's all. I've never even called her the first. I don't think people address her as the first lady.
She's not first lady material. That's why.
Exactly.
She's not Michelle. She's no Michelle.
I've only ever called a first lady Michelle. I've only ever called someone the first lady, and that person was Michelle.
Yeah, she's no Michelle.
I've never actually called her the first lady.
She's a yacht. She's not the first lady. She's a yacht that's married to the president.
She's just a yacht in the office.
She's a yacht that lives in the White House. She's not the fucking first lady.
But she must get a lot of stick as well, and the kids.
I don't think she gives a fuck either. She doesn't love him.
Yeah, of course. I think that's
doesn't give a
the
fuck
reason
about
why
him.
she doesn't give a fuck, because she doesn't love him. That's the difference.
Their whole family is useless. The whole family is useless. Trump is crazy.
Crazy.
You stand up against him, he'll get you sacked.
I watched a documentary not too long ago. I think it was about maybe a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, about mob crime in New York. Obviously, Trump Tower is in New York, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
Trump Tower is in New York.
Yeah.
So they had like 5. I can't remember what the thing is called, but it was by the same producer that did Don't Fuck With Cats.
Oh, it's called Fear City?
That was the one.
Yeah, I watched the first episode of it.
That's the one. So there was a thing where obviously these 5 crime bosses ran New York City, and then they spread out to different states in America. And one of the industries that they had power over was the building industry, like building actual buildings.
Construction.
That's the word I'm looking for. Construction industry.
Yeah.
And one of the constructions they showed was the Trump Tower, which is weird. So it was just obviously because we were talking about Trump before. And it's just crazy how they put that in there. So it's implicating that he obviously must have known that these mob guys were the ones that were fucking everything up. And do you know what I mean?
Speaking of that,
Yeah.
Did you know Trump, he's like a Prince Andrew. He just denies.
Oh, yeah.
He denies. He denies.
Have you seen him in press conferences when a news reporter asks him something like controversial and he's like, I don't want to answer that, and he moves on to the next person?
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
I need, as much as I don't rate him, I need to be more like him. It just doesn't give a single fuck. He's a stand-up comedian. He doesn't. And
that's
care.
why I said he's the only one that can do a no win, no fee and then come back to work the next day.
Rags, it just it never happened.
It never happened. He doesn't care.
He would.
You see it now.
Now I see it.
You see it now.
He would roll up. He will slip and fall in Sainsbury's. Here's our movie Twister. He'll take them for everything they've got, and he'll roll in the next day.
Back on
put his
checkout.
apron on and just check and just fam.
Nice to see
Straight
you.
face. Straight face. Trump doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care about anyone but himself. He'll throw anyone to the wolves. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about you. But what's he call it?
Jesus. What a funny way
Apparently
to think about it.
he is like been sued so many times by like for construction because he makes his money in property development, I'm sure.
Okay.
That's where most of his money's from.
Okay.
What he would do is for all of his construction when he was younger, he would apparently loads of buildings that he's developed in New York and stuff like that. He's got done for free.
Oh,
Because he will only hire very small contractors who are just up and coming. So like, oh, I need a bricklayer. He'll hire a very small bricklayer and be like, I want to hire you for this massive project. And obviously the bricklayer's like,
obviously.
oh my fucking God, yeah. And he's like, I'm going to pay you $1 million. And he's like, oh my God, yeah, dude. Like, I'm going to do it. Like, he's like, all right, get as many men as you can. This is how much money you're going to make. Just do it. It's going to be 6 months worth of work. Can you handle it? He'd be like, cool. Same for the fucking scaffolders, small company. Same for the electricians, small company. All these men are gassed.
Yeah.
Gassed.
Yeah.
And then when pay time comes, they'll be like, cool, we've done all the work.
Yeah.
Trump Tower's built.
Yeah.
Like, you owe us $6 million. Like, thank you so much for the opportunity. Man's like, cool, safe. I'm not going to pay you. And they'll be like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm not going to pay you. And they'll be like, all right, safe. I will sue you. And he's like, go on then. And then they sue him and he will bury them in legal fees so they can't do anything. He uses his power because it's cheaper for him to go through the legal process and bury them, to bankrupt them through the legal. It's cheaper for him to bankrupt them through the legal process than it is just to pay them the money that he owes them. Because he's got so much money that he knows they can't beat him in court. So he would just put a delay on this and a something on this, or get his lawyers to do all their lawyer shit, where it's going to cost them so much money to get him into court to pay up that they just can't afford it. So they just leave it.
Fuck.
And his tower's built for free.
I never knew that.
My brother told me that. I only found that out like last week.
That's how you know this guy has balls, bruv.
Balls of steel. Slip and fall balls.
He's got balls.
Doesn't give a fuck about anyone. He doesn't give a fuck about anyone.
This is a president.
And then, same thing, where people have approached him and said, like, what do you have to say about these legals, all this stuff? Allegations. Even back in the 80s when it was happening, people would ask him. He's exactly the same then as he is now. People ask him, like, why go on for all these people that are suing you? He's like, no one's suing me. He's like, yes, they are. This is Greg. He's suing you. He works for a scaffolding company. He's suing you currently. And he's like, I've never seen this guy before. No one's suing me.
What an arsehole. He would win every amount.
He will be on camera like, no one's suing me.
That's funny.
And then he'll spud Greg like, I'll see you in court. He will just lie. And he doesn't blink. He's just not phased. He lives in La La Land.
Parallel universe.
What a guy. I have to rate him.
The balls, you have to rate the balls. You have to.
He's got the biggest balls.
It's different. What a way to think about someone.
Bro.
A very controversial man.
The most controversial man going.
On this planet.
He says what he wants to say and does what he wants to do.
Just gets away with it.
Fam gets away with it. He gets investigated by the FBI. He says, you're sacked.
Speaking of the FBI, do you remember when... Obviously, when this whole Epstein thing came out, and then I think they wanted to... There was a judge that was going to look into it, and then the judge's yard got ran up into by a delivery driver and shot up the kid and the husband. The judge was a woman. Killed the kid and shot the husband, and the husband survived.
Never heard of this in my life.
And he rolled up as like an
Amazon delivery
an Amazon delivery driver, but was a fucking assassin. And that went on for like 2 weeks, and then I've not heard a thing about it since.
What?
Yeah.
Fam. He's a mobster.
Fam.
Trump is a mobster. He
will get away with anything.
Fam. And he'll just eat his scrambled eggs in the morning like same way. Same way. He's like a dumber version of Kevin Spacey when in what was the show? House of Cards. He's like a crazier, dumber version of him.
Kevin Spacey didn't give a fuck in that show. He pushed man on a train track.
The yacht
on the train track.
He was having an affair with the yacht, and then she said, I'm going to take you down. Man just pushed her in front of a train and got on with his day.
I'm done with you and got on with his day.
He's Trump.
Wow. Kevin
Spacey in House of Cards is Donald Trump. Pushed the yacht in front of the train and just carried on with his day.
And he's a paedophile as well. That's why his show got cancelled now? Or he came off the show.
Kevin Spacey, yeah. Something to do with kids. Yeah. I don't know how much of that was substantiated. No, I don't think it was to do with kids.
Is it not?
No, I say kids. I think it was a 17-year-old guy who was working. He was like an intern at a set or something. I think he grabbed his dick or asked Kevin to grab his dick or something. Like it wasn't, this is me saying, it wasn't even that bad. But like it was, like I don't think he's actually been convicted of anything.
Okay.
I could be completely wrong.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm sure he's not actually been convicted of anything.
Okay.
But I think the only young thing was my man touching up or asking a kid to touch you. Do you need help, fam?
Fam, it's just not doing anything.
There you go. calm. He asked something. He asked the kid to touch his dick, or he touched the kid's, like a 17-year-old's dick, or something like that. There was another one where he got accused from a guy. He touched a guy's dick in a club. In the club, the guy from the club tried to sue him, take him to court, and then they went through the guy's text messages, and then the guy was texting his girlfriend the whole night, like, "Rah, I'm getting moved to by Kevin Spacey," like basically saying, "Let's see how far we can take it." So he was down. He was down just to see how far it would go. And then Kevin said, "Let's roll. Come back to the telly. Let's go. I want to fuck." And the guy was like, "Cool, cool, cool." And then eventually, obviously, as when push comes to shove, he was like, nah, I'm out. Then he tried to say, like, "Oh, Kevin Spacey was harassing me in a club, grabbing my dick, all this stuff." And obviously there's security camera footage, so it was enough for them to like bring Kevin Spacey to court, like, "Big man, why go on for these allegations?" Kevin Spacey's like, he was down. He was down.
Oh, shit.
And if they didn't find those text messages, then obviously he probably would have got charged. These people want people. That's the thing. People say there's no smoke without fire, but a lot of the time, for all these cases, there's always an extra case that was absolute bullshit. Like, people at the same time, BS people are predators and people are animals, but people are also money hungry fuckers.
Like that Bungalow 2 thing you spoke about in the episode
Yeah,
a couple of weeks ago.
yeah. It was that's why Criminal, very socially accurate show. Very with the times. It's very good.
I need to watch it.
It's very, very good. But yeah, do you want to do Am I the Asshole?
Yes, sir.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
For the audio listeners.
That slid out my hand.
For the audio listeners, James picked up his phone to do Am I the Arsehole? He threw it on my dick.
Fam, it slipped out like soap. It slipped out my hand like soap. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Fucking arsehole.
Sorry, bro. Cool. Gangnam. I've got this one ready. Oh God. Gang.
Yeah.
Right, so am I the asshole? Hi lads. Hopefully you see this. Love the pod. Makes my day go a lot quicker, so keep it up, etc. etc. Thank you very much, Doe. So I was with my ex for over 2 years. We lived together and everything was blessed to start with. She then lost her job and fell out with her family, and as a result got mental health problems, anxiety, depression, and suicidal thoughts. I did all I could to help her, taking days off work to take her to therapy, etc. Anyway, it all got too much for me at the start of the year, as I was getting constant abuse from her physically and verbally. Since the breakup, her mental health has gotten even worse, and on a few occasions she's tried to end her life. Jesus, this is dark. All of her family and friends blame me for this and come round to where I live to let these feelings be known. Anyway, I want to know, am I the arsehole for breaking up with her as she was mentally ill, and am I to blame for any attempts on her life, as every day I get told that I am? Also, I'm from Northampton, and I can confirm that we do call it North. Gang, thank you God.
Last point, arsehole. Back to the original point. Fuck. What was the title? Am I the arsehole for? Was it a fan one? Was it a fan one? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no.
There's no titles.
Fuck.
So is he the arsehole for breaking up with his girlfriend because she was really struggling with her mental health and it was too much for him?
Yes and no. I want to say no. I want to say yes, actually, because he would have prior to them being in a relationship, he would have known she had or has she goes through mental issues.
Would he?
I believe so.
In this, he didn't make out that he knew. He could be lying, but from his depiction, it all started when she lost her job. This all started when she lost her job. That's when it all started. As far as he's saying, he could be wrong, but as far as we know, he's saying, I had no idea until she got sacked from her job, and then all of this started.
Okay. Taking that into consideration, it's obviously, in my opinion, it's a much more deeper rooted issue than her just losing her job.
Of course, 100%.
But then again, there's no time frame. Like, did he stay with her 1 week and then dip? Did he stay with her 1 month and then dip?
We don't have much time frame.
I know, but
it's hella tough because
it's very, very tough, man.
Yeah, like even the thing is as well, even when there's time frames, it's like, is one thing worse than the other?
Yeah.
Because like some would say he would be better off getting out of there early rather than sticking by her for, I don't know, like you said, a month, 6 months, a year.
Yeah.
And then deciding this is too much for me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, it's tough because like you said, the mental health is clearly a more deep rooted issue.
Than her just losing
her job. Her just losing her job. But at the same time, I'm not saying this doesn't make you an asshole, but being an asshole doesn't also necessarily make you a bad person.
Yeah.
Like sometimes people look out for themselves.
Yeah.
And people can call that selfish and all that stuff. But at the end of the day as well, you've only got one life to live.
Yeah.
He's not here to be her carer. He's not here to be her supporter. He doesn't know if he wants to marry this girl.
Yeah.
Like this isn't someone necessarily that he's decided to spend the rest of his life with. This is just his current girlfriend.
Yeah.
That he's now finding out that, wow, like she's got deep-rooted issues.
Yeah.
And she has suicidal thoughts. And as well, on top of that, he said that she was physically abusive. And
to herself?
To him.
To him?
She was verbally and physically abusive.
No, I'm dipping. Verbal I can probably take, because I can give it back.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Physical?
Yeah, don't put your hands on me, cuz.
I'm out. I'm out.
Fam?
I'm out. No, I'm out. He's
Fam,
not
it's, yeah.
He's not. I'm out.
You're not putting paws on me, G. I don't care what you want to do to yourself. You're not putting your hands on me.
I'm out. Like, and it's not even that. There's no disrespect to like people that are suffering with mental health issues and stuff. And I know people do go through mental health stuff and may or may not have suicidal thoughts. But it's like the vegan thing. If you're vegan, I don't mind you being vegan. Yes, they're two completely different contrasting things.
Yes, of course, yeah.
I don't mind you being vegan, but don't bring that onto my life. Don't try and force me to be vegan.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you chose your life. I'm not saying, obviously, people don't choose mental health. I get that.
Yeah.
Or not being mentally healthy, rather. I know people don't choose that. And I know people don't choose suicidal thoughts. But within the same breath, if I am, as your boyfriend, trying to help you, and you put hands on me, it's sticky, man.
It is.
It's sticky.
Have you ever seen the film 50-50 with Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yes, where he shaves his head cancer. Yes, I've seen it once, but I know it's a great movie. I think I've seen it once or twice. I know it's a great movie.
Such a good movie.
I know it's a good movie.
Such a good movie.
I've not seen it for years.
I never cry for movies. That movie got me close.
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
But
there's a part in there where obviously he's dating a girl at the time that he finds out he's got cancer.
Yeah.
And he comes to her and says, like, obviously when they decided, like, it's pretty much inoperable. 90% of the people die from it, or whatever. No, it's like a 50-50 chance of survival. He has to go for all this chemo and stuff like that. From day one, he sits her down and says, I'm giving you an out.
Yeah.
A guilt-free out. If you don't want to do this, or if you're not ready for this, you need to say now.
Yeah.
Guilt-free, I won't hold anything against you because you did not sign up for this.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to go, you need to go now.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm not going anywhere. And then she starts fucking cheating on him later down the road.
I forgot about that.
And she blames it all on the stress of the chemo and all of this stuff. And she starts being late for picking up from his appointments, and she starts not sticking around. And then he finds out that she's been cheating on him and all this stuff. And he says that I gave you a fucking out. Like, I gave you the opportunity. It sounds like he was never given the opportunity for the out. It sounds like all of this happened. I don't have the full account, but I can only go from what we've been told.
Yeah.
And from what we've been told, he was never given the opportunity to be like, for her to be like, listen, this is tough for me.
Yeah.
Like, I know you obviously we've had a great relationship up until this point and we're in a good place, but like, I'm seriously struggling.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to need a lot of support from you. And if this isn't what you're here for, then you need to tell me now, because shit's about to get dark.
Yeah.
And I'm having suicidal thoughts.
At the point where she lost her job, yeah.
She lost her job, she starts thinking about killing herself. Like, it's up to, obviously, you're struggling and stuff like that, but it's up to you to at least be a little bit socially aware and just be like, listen, shit's about to get really rough and I'm going to need someone.
Yeah.
You can be that someone or you can fuck off.
Yeah.
And the choice is yours. It doesn't sound like he was given that option. Then again, most people, just like the bitch from 50-50, aren't cutthroat enough
to say
I'm out.
Yeah, most people, like Donald Trump is.
Donald Trump's literally the only one who would be like, bro, thanks for telling me, because I was going to go anyway.
I was gonna dip regardless.
If you didn't sit me down, I would have done it first. Suicidal thoughts? Out.
Bless.
I'm gone. I'm sorry. I'm not here for this. I wanted pussy and laughs. Pussy and laughs and dinners. You can't even afford dinners. So I'm gone. But thank you for giving me the guilt-free option. It's a win-win. Good luck.
Ah, what an arsehole.
Yeah, obviously my man stuck around for however long he did, and then he got abused, and then he said, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. And like I said, bare people would be like, you're an asshole, whatever. But for me, I kind of have to say you're an asshole, but I don't know if I mean it or not. Do you know what I mean?
You mean? That's why I said yes and no at the beginning.
Yeah, I have to say
yes
you're an
or no.
asshole, but at the end of the day, you have to look out for yourself.
You do have to as well, because
you're not putting hands on me.
it's tough, man.
I'm not going to sit in a relationship where people putting paws on me, because at the end of the day, like you said, this is not what I signed up for.
Yeah.
We were happy.
Yeah.
And obviously, yes, you have mental health issues and all this stuff, and it's just like, that's horrible. And I'm sorry, and it sucks, but it's just like, yo, you're not gonna put hands on me and get away with it. I don't care. I will leave you.
Get away with it.
I will leave you. I want to live my life. I want to be happy.
It's
But
tough.
yeah, the fact that her family's coming up in his yard, blaming him for her trying to kill herself, sort your household out.
Out. Sort that surname
I'm
out.
not in your family. Sort your household out now. Get off my doorstep. Get the fuck off my doorstep before hoses start flying. I'll splash water on you. Get out.
Oh my day.
Get out. You're not coming by my residence talking shit about it's my fault this bitch tried to kill herself. Get out. I'm not living like that.
Oh, fuck.
But yeah, man. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Yes, I said yes or no.
Yes and no. It's a 50-50.
It's a
pun
50-50
intended.
thing. Yeah, man. Like, you kind of are, but you're kind of not. So, sorry, G. I'm sorry I had to go through that, bro.
Peak.
But yeah, rap.
Wrap. See you next week.